Everyone, I'm Jude Hotep, the Goddess Astrologer and Alchemical Initiatrix. We're going to pull some cards and look at the chart for today, Thursday. This is the Light Goddess Astrology Daily for May 26th, 2022. I can't ever remember dates. I'm going to share the chart with you and we're going to get into this. This is a powerful day. It could be a crispy, crunchy, little bit of a hard day, and I'll let you know why. And it's because of Pluto here. I hope there isn't like an insane amount of background noise, but there might be. I need to pick a different coffee shop sometimes, but anyways, driving around to like find the best coffee shop is not my favorite thing to do. So we're here with all this noise possibly. Anyways, this Pluto square to Venus here. Venus in Aries at 27 degrees and Pluto at 28 degrees retrograde in Capricorn. So the square from Venus to Pluto, Venus is like, I'm not getting what I want today. I'm not, Venus is what we desire. It's what we want. It's what we love. It's that affection and connection and love and attention. And so it's like with Pluto in retrograde here and Capricorn, it's like Capricorn is long term. It's the long journey. It's the getting the rhubarb from the garden to the kitchen to then make a pie. It takes time and there's cleaning and there's some steps to it. So it's not an instant thing. And so it's like, but the thing is that we're going to get this beautiful vision and journey, living the lifestyle of our vision as a lifestyle, not a destination of a goal of $1 million or 100K in your business, but more of living that vision every single day. And we're working for something bigger and more powerful. That's so beautiful. So this is worth it here. But Venus can really, in Aries, want to get up and go and get things to have what she desires. So it makes sense that this can feel a little tough today. And there's this T-square from the South Node to Saturn to Mercury. And so it used to be to the sun, but now it's to Mercury. And this opposition between Mercury and the South Node, Mercury's in retrograde, asking for asking to understand the past in a way that empowers you. So when you're looking through the past, as is natural at this time with Mercury in retrograde, what you want to do is realize that what you're looking for is to re-narrate, to re-story the past in a way that is for your empowerment, that you're getting the lessons of what you went through. All of our challenge, pain, and loss, so many people think that you're not supposed to have it, trying to avoid it, trying not to feel the emotions that you feel. But the thing about it is that's where we learn, that's where we grow and evolve as humans. If you have problems with people that you don't resolve in this life, you will be back with them in the next life to resolve it yet again. And you don't want to have to keep going around this karmic loop. So really go into restory those old past situations for your highest empowerment and for gaining the lessons and the wisdom. There's no point going through all that difficulty in life if you didn't actually extract the wisdom from it, which is your experience and knowledge together combined with humility and love and compassion. And so with that T-square to Saturn and Mercury, the square from Saturn to Mercury, it's like, hey, like Saturn is wanting us to be committed to things that are only of a vibe match, that are only of our highest frequency, to raise our vibe into that next level and to really restory our lives, that things are meant to go. We are meant to disconnect from things that don't serve us to bring new things in. When Saturn takes things away, it's only because it's not on our destiny's path. It's ego wanting those things. And so we're not really looking at it from a soul point of view. With Neptune square Lilith is our power and where we need to take our power back and be really honest about abuses of power and not letting anyone abuse power over us and stand in our truth, which standing in our truth means that people will be disappointed. It means that, to be fair to 17 people, you might not be fair to 3 people in a group if you're a leader. And so Libra can, it's really hard for Libra to want to not liked. So we have to not be not liked sometimes, to stand in our truth and our power and to speak like, yes, I want this. No, I don't want that. And Aries energy is very much about being very assertive. This is what I like. This is what I don't like. No, I don't want to go to that restaurant. No, I don't want to hang out with you. No, or yes, I love this so much. I want more of this. And actually speaking what you do want more of, and understand the answer might be no on their end, but you're standing in your power, Lilith. You're in that transformative process of of this Leo energy of like Leo. What we don't understand about Leo so often is that Leo is vulnerable, sharing the heart to then be seen and noticed and to perform. So it's not for nothing. And of course, since this Aquarius energy and it's a T square, what do we use to heal the T square or to work with the T square powerfully is we use the opposite energy of the point, which is Leo. And so this Leo energy coming from the heart, being willing to be vulnerable, and which means that any wounds underneath there that are stopping you from being vulnerable need to be healed and looked at and addressed. And this is the week to do it as we go up to this new moon in Gemini on the 30th. And also we have the South Node trine Neptune. And so it's this beautiful energy of looking at the past and looking at our soul story and realizing that also where we've been hanging out in a lazy lagoon, just completely like dreaming in our life somewhere. We all have had this Pisces energy somewhere in our chart and somewhere in our helio. And we've just been out on the lazy lagoon, just dreaming. And now with all this Aries energy, it's like, yes, I can finally, Mars is home in Aries at 1 degree. It's like, yes, I can take action. And I have the freaking energy finally to take action on everything I've been dreaming about. And so the illusions are coming off, but we're still looking at the past with this trine and seeing like, where in the past do I retrieve my power from what's gone on? Like, what did I learn? Where's the wisdom? What am I understanding? What am I restoring? How can I look at it for this amazing adventure of life instead of looking at it as a catastrophe, as tragic in ways that don't serve you? Like I can't remember the author, but there's this line from this book that's like, oh, life is a struggle or something. No, it's not. That's his belief and he's narrating life that way. That's just a thought. That's not a truth. That's not a fact. Yes, life has pain, loss, and challenge within it. That's how we learn and grow and evolve. And that's what this earthly plane, this earthbound living is about. We are soul that comes down into a body to evolve and grow and to do something higher, right? So we have Saturn trine Lilith, which is saying, hey, I'm giving you the commitment and the determination, Saturn in Aquarius, to be of high vibe and go for what is Lilith of your truth and of your power, to stand in your power. So it's this trine from Saturn to Lilith, like I'm giving you the energy to commit to your true voice and your true vision of your branding, your business, your soulpreneurship, standing in your divine feminine energy to speak assertively, Aries energy, about what you like and don't like, or what you want, or you don't like a photographer, or this situation with this person didn't go well. So it's just being really honest about like, here's my stuff, here's your stuff, and not letting people walk on you because of their wound. But also it doesn't have to be a drama. It's just people having thoughts, people have thoughts, right? We don't have to make those mean anything about the underlining soul experience of being soul, but we also don't have to be in further contact with people where it's not serving something higher. We have the sun sextile Mars. And so with this sextile, it's just this beautiful, like, yes, I have the energy to get going on what's of vitality with the suns in Gemini, which is like this happy, friendly, communicational energy. It's this youthful energy that's just got this vibe to like have many ideas, share, communicate, talk. So people are in that energy so much right now. And with the sextile to Mars, it's like I want to take energy on all of these ideas, on my truth, on what I'm thinking about right now. I want to get these things done. And there's this beautiful energy that's supportive of that. And we have the power, we have the energy. And so Neptune sextile Mercury in the North Node is saying, are we communicating and about what is from soul? Neptune's asking us and just churning all of this beautiful energy towards the North Node. Like, yes, go build, go take the action, go do the things that you're thinking about step by step by step. We just build, but it's got to be from the soul. It's got to be from your heart, not from the ego, not from the moon. That's not going to help you. So Saturn sextiling your moon today is really saying, hey, like, I am ready to emotionally be committed to what's of my highest vibe and raise my vibe and raise my frequency and keep being positive and keep being aware of who I'm around and what energies I'm taking on, and to do the shadow work and to face the wound and to get that coaching in my brain and to just live my vision and be in that happy place and acknowledge all of the beauty in just a single day that's so amazing and precious that comes in. and just living and milking that beautiful experiences that happen, conversations that are amazing with people, the beauty of flower trees. It's May, it's the summer is coming in late June, but you know, it's springtime and we're going into late springtime, and it's just like all the flower trees and all the beauty and the verdure, the green and the pinks and the mini shades of pink, the mini shades of these crazy vibrant purples and blues and of the flowers, and really being in that joy. Joy is the fifth house, and it's so overlooked. Like, we're in a society that really taught us, like, oh, you're not supposed to have joy and fun. That means you're goofing off. No, it gets to be playful. Life needs to be, and you are not emotionally happy. Like, play is the cure for depression and pessimism and difficulty and challenge, levity, cracking the joke, being in that joy and that fun. And so Uranus at 16 degrees today. So Uranus has moved. Uranus is a slow moving planet, and now it's at 16 degrees. And so it's really at this degree of 7, which is spirit. And so it's this highest octave. So Uranus is at this octave of spirit and has a semi-sextile to Mars, a semi-square to Mars rather. So it's a little bit of a crunchy energy. Like, I want to awaken. I want to be in the spiritual vibe. I'm, not loving Taurus, the earth, the fixed earth, let alone, because I am not fixed. I am changeable and quantum. And I bend, I create realities and bend realities, and I'm connected to just the outer spheres and that otherworldly energy. And we do have all these septiles in the chart, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 septiles in the chart. And 5 is also this changeable chaos number of the divine feminine and the mind, right? And so it's just like the septiles are otherworldly energies. So insights, flashes can come in. It's like, get those down on paper, get them into a voice memo, like text somebody so that you remember that beautiful otherworldly just insight and positive, ideas and inspiration that come to you and help you also resolve a lot. There can be a lot of good journaling work at this time, a lot of good grounding in nature and amazing conversations at this time. And so go into the ones that feel good, walk away from the ones that don't. Don't be afraid to stand Lilith in your power. There's a septile from Lilith to Venus. Like, Venus is just made that conjunction with Eris. Like, I'm standing in my power, and I'm also talking about the status quo and how this is not to stand anymore. I'm not going to participate it. I'm not going to perpetuate it. And I'm not also going to allow other people around me to be perpetuating it, meaning you can't control other people, but you can not be involved in them. And you can also state and educate them and help them learn something. Again, it's this beautiful energy of the divine feminine having risen up just massively across the planet in every direction. When they're standing in their power, they're healing the wounds of the divine feminine, and they're holding space for all others to rise within it as well. We are like goddesses around the planet, helping humanity raise their consciousness and doing this powerful soulpreneur work. And so it's just this Lilith energy of yes, I'm standing in the transformation of all of these wounds into my highest wisdom, my feminine genius that has been missing from the planet for all of these hundreds and thousands, literally years, 5,000 years. It's been missing from the planet, suppressed, pushed down, abused, etc. So it's time enough. And we have to remember that men and women all have the divine feminine within them, but we are tasked as women to bring that forward so beautifully. And so with Uranus, having those degrees and the semi-sextile to Mars, it's like, okay, I'm about awakening and I want to take action on what is awakening, but that might feel a little challenging to go towards what actually is the part of the vision, the Uranus higher mind, higher vision towards building connected to that North Node. But it's like, okay, I might want to go back into old habits, fixed earth. Let's not go into old habits. Let's be in those new, beautiful connections. And we have quintiles today from the moon to the south node. So there's just this great problem solving energy about the past, really creative. And we have this Neptune quintile to the sun. And so it's just this really beautiful, soul sun, our solar fuel, the heart of our universe, of our solar system is speaking in these creative problem solving ways that is just so beautiful. So we really want to be in just use this energy so powerful. I'm going to get into the cards. Lastly, quintiles moon to the south node. So there might be a little bit of emotions to clear around that past material. And we must do that work. We must clear our emotions. We must feel and allow emotions and not think they're wrong, and stop telling other people they're wrong when they have emotions. Maybe someone doesn't need to emote them onto you. Maybe we need to learn that skill ourselves, and maybe it's always just a journey. And really, like, do you have those emotional skills? That's what we do in Alchemical Goddess. You learn how to transform and alchemize your emotions into the powerful wisdom and retrieve your power as well. We have all that glitters, and realize that we've been in that dreaming Neptune time. So something that seems like it's just not right, like, trust your vibes. One of my quotes is that these vibes are mine, they don't fool me. So it's like, trust what you're feeling inside, and don't let your mind like explain you out of your vibes in a nanosecond. It will. So it's like, trust what you feel, that when something doesn't feel right, just because it looks good, just because a person is nice, just because a person is clean and together, or whatever you want to say, you know, just this mask, just this veneer, doesn't mean that it's the right vibe for you, and that that's the right person to be connecting with. It doesn't mean anything's wildly wrong with them. It just might not mean that they're in that highest connection for you, that you guys are meant to be on the path together. And one of the things about spirit speaks to us in the messages. I just did this great episode of the podcast, The Light Goddess, links below. It's also easy links to get to on my Instagram at Peace Hotep. And it's just this just this energy of, like, spirit speaks in our language. So it speaks through all the songs we know. It speaks through all of the memories we've had, all of the things we've seen, the tangible architecture and lighting and experiences and people we've met, and sunglasses and objects and the life we've lived, the experiences we've had. So spirit speaks through those messages. We have to realize when we're getting the information, like, what does it mean? I have 2 podcast episodes this week, today's and yesterday's, that are really powerful on this topic. So I recommend listening to those. They're episodes daily, and I do the sun signs every Monday on that. So you can get your sun sign horoscope every Monday on the Light Goddess podcast. And, you know, spirit is speaking to us through what we understand. So it's like, what does this mean? What does this mean? It means that first hit that came through that gave you all those messages. That's what it means. Don't let your mind erase what you just understood perfectly and beautifully. And also sometimes the numbers or different signs might just mean spirits saying, hey, I'm there for you. Hey, I see you're feeling fear. Hey, I see you're feeling anxious. Hey, like, I just want to support you. I just want you to know you're loved. I just want you to know that you're cared about, that I'm here with you. Like, spirit's always talking to us. So we have regeneration, that this is a week of regeneration. We are purging all of the Scorpio, full moon, lunar eclipse stuff from that eclipse, and the solar eclipse in Taurus. We're purging all these issues around Taurus, Scorpio stuff, other people's money, our money, abundance, lack, scarcity, our beauty, and how we look, and this image that was projected to us by Hollywood and society and overculture about how you're supposed to look, and what success means, what the definition of success is, and what that looks like, what the definition of rich is, or an authority. We're shedding all of those conditionings within us right now. And so let this regeneration happen. Don't resist that. And when we know that it's happening, it helps so much to understand our experience and what we're going through, and that death and a rebirth. Like, if you look at the card, it's all fiery, like a volcano, and then it's this beautiful energy up here. And so there is the hurts that we go through, the emotions that are tough to move through and to release. And so we do have that darkness and that tough time. So orphan, you might feel like you're abandoned, like you're left out in the cold, like a Chiron in Aries. If you have Chiron in Aries in your chart, you know, feels like they were never seen. A Chiron in Pisces feels like, you know, spirit forsake them. So if you have those placements, it's something to consider and to get your chart worked with and to heal those wounds. We do that in Alchemical Goddess, where it's almost like an astrology reading every single coaching session, and it's just so much powerful transformation and learning how to move through emotions so that they make you more powerful and help you to live in your vision day to day, living your dream. And so also, you can just come into an individual astrology reading as well. You can book that on thegoddessastrologer.com. But this orphan feeling is very much like, you might feel like you're forsaken by spirit, nobody cares. Like, that pessimism can come in with some of these Saturn with the Saturn Venus square today, and it's just like this pessimism, it's like nothing. Realize that that's the shadow. You're moving through shadow. It's okay. And what needs to be, what messages do you need to hear? What emotions do you need to release? Guaranteed releasing emotions and listening to the message of the wound so that you can learn, take the learning. Like you need to take that learning forward. You didn't go through that pain for nothing. So what else wants to come forward for us today? We have here and now. So people are too much in the future and in the past. It's okay to be in the past in one way, where Mercury's in retrograde, Saturn's about to go retrograde, Pluto's in retrograde. So Pluto is that deep suppressed unconscious material. It's churning up. It's looking at this 10-year time of Pluto and Capricorn since 2010, what we've gone through. Pluto's been somewhere in your chart going through. It's been in my 11th house. Super interesting times. And so, you know, it's like, what did you learn from all of that? What can you take away? And the South Node is all about the past. So it's like, we want to look at the past when it's meaningful, useful, serving us. But we don't want to take the past and assume that that's going to be our future, and it's going to be bad, and it's going to be not great, and we're going to be alone, and we're not going to have what we desire. We're not going to be able to live our vision and our dream. Remember that we're not trying to get to 100K or all these clients or this goal. We're actually working to live our vision as a lifestyle. That's the divine feminine way, realizing that it's not this destination focus. The overculture sells this destination focus because it's how they keep people in a state of being controlled, not in their sovereignty and their power. So if you realize what the dark does. And the other thing about the future is realizing that we want to pull the future towards us. We want to envision the future in a positive, beautiful way. We don't want to envision the future in a nightmarish way, if we are. But we want to pull into this now moment and realize that's where our power is. That's where actually just inhabiting the moment and your body and inhabiting your intuition as divine feminine, that's where it actually exists, is in this now moment, behind the thoughts, behind the eyes, embodied, and in your breath and breathing. And so we have time to go, that there are things leaving this week that are no longer, that are old story, old paradigm, old hat. They're meant to go. And also there's some things that you might be hanging on to that you're getting the message here that no, it is time to let it go and it's okay. And when we let things go, we make space for what is meant to be in our lives that is so beautiful. We have Thinker, that there's this overthinking with Thinker, that we want to be cautious not to use our mind in ways that don't serve us. We can just really spin in our minds. That's the indicative of needing to release an emotion. So do you know how to release emotions? I teach that work in Alchemical Goddess, my coaching program. And so it's just so powerful. Like, do you have emotional skills? So in Light Goddess, we fill out our spiritual gig bag with real tools that are effective. There's all kinds of things out there, but it's important to understand a lot of the ins and outs about that make it effective or useful in our life and not. So we want to understand that. And I have Out to Sea. So definitely do the salt baths. That helps to detoxify the body from emotions, anger, sadnesses, etc. So definitely take the salt baths, or go to the ocean, swim, walk in the woods, ground, connect to trees and the verdure and the green, connect to animals and the happiness and the joy, connect to that playful joy of the earth, of the wind, of the breeze, of people with great vibes around you, and really clear the tough vibes. I'm going to pull some goddess cards for us and see what wants to come through. We have Blue, she who loved, warrants, fragile, secret love, rejection. So that Scorpio South Node energy can be secrets. It can be that distrust. And trust is about being able to trust your journey through life, trust your own soul, trusting yourself. All very easy to say, but it takes a lot of healing and a lot of past life healing, digging into the map of your soul, your natal birth chart, to really clear and purify that pathway, so you can actually trust in your journey through life in an absolutely organic, real, from inside of you way that is natural. So we have Orchid, she who thrives. And so it's just this thriving energy, like what's in the way of you thriving? And we are meant to thrive. It's really this remembrance and understanding that we are meant to thrive in life. There's a lot of things perpetuated that it's a death culture, that the body is so fragile. None of that is true. We are meant to thrive in life. We are meant to have abundance. We are meant to understand what abundance really is. And we are meant to be in the beauty and the joy and the play of life. Don't let anybody sell you on industrial era age bullshit about work is hard and all this. And people sell Saturn as like hard work. No, that's industrial age bullshit. Yes, there is effort. Yes, there are tough moments. But if you're connected to your channel and you're in your like you're doing that healing work, yes, you'll have moments, but ultimately the baseline is play and passionate about your work and connected in to your connection and to this fuel feeding your light and feeding your joy. And of course, again, we have moments, we have transient moments and emotions, and we have the more of them until we do that healing work than we have of the better baseline. But we want to grow our baseline of that joyful, amazing life that we're living. And it takes the healing for the other side of it, the challenge and pain and the loss and tough emotions to go down and lessen as we do that healing, beautiful work. So I'm going to leave it here for today. I hope this served you. If you want to book an astrology consultation, you can do that at thegoddessastrologer.com. You can go over to Instagram where I'm doing daily card pulls. It's super fun. I'm going to be on Pinterest soon doing some reels, and I think they call them pins or something. I don't know, whatever. Idea pins. Yeah. And so please like this video. It helps more women find it. I really appreciate you being here. I'm so glad that you are here. I'd love to hear in comments of if this work is supporting you, helping you understand anything, helping you with your days. Like, how is it impacting you, or why do you like it, or why are you inspired? What were you inspired by? So I'd love to hear that from you in the comments below if you'd like to do that. And definitely realize that the Light Goddess Sisterhood is all of us women together. Full moon ceremony coming up in June. I'm going to be announcing that soon. And then I'll open some of the other things, a hard open in August. So I'm really looking forward to all of that. And I just sending you all so much love. Talk to you soon.